You're live. We are live in 2 places. 3 places. Now I will do VMix Social.
I see it on Facebook.
Well, this is probably just like before. We've had a problem with buffering. I'm working on it. It's showing me live on Facebook. Try refreshing.
I did.
Okay. I see it on Facebook. This is probably just like before. I don't have a problem with buffering. I see it on Facebook.
I see it.
Okay. Takes a minute sometimes. So it looks like those 3 places are working right now. Greetings, joining now. Matt Haas says, VMix Social should be working. I just heard a beep.
No.
I just heard a beep.
That's a win. Cheap case. Oh, am I in already?
Yes, we can hear you. Thus the world can hear you.
I am a disembodied voice.
Some people know how to do a green room audio track that you can talk behind the scenes. I don't know how to do that yet.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna start flicking switches.
That's weird. VMix can do all the hard stuff, but like that simple thing it can't do.
Are you the man
can't do
behind the
easily.
curtain?
He's the man behind the curtain. Yes.
Yeah.
I had perfect name for it. Haas, right? Wizard of Haas.
I own the domain with wizardofhaas.com.
Yeah. Well, the countdown. I could just X out the countdown right now. Let's do that. Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
Hey!
A couple
Hi,
seconds
Laura.
early.
Hi, Stuart.
Hi.
What's happening? We figured you'd be out with the at Fogos today.
I'm
Oh, you-
glad the video doesn't show my belly because
Oh, you went already?
Filled with steak. Sometimes I only eat a moderately obscene amount of meat. This
Moderately
time,
obscene.
it was an excessively obscene amount of meat. It was bad. It was bad. But yeah, it was yummy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
What
What have you two been up to?
Not much. Again, I'm pretty boring. I lived through you.
Oh no.
Yeah, not much. Just a regular work stuff.
Got it.
Couple NDA things I can't talk about. Yeah. Um,
I
I
have
f-
some tech goodies I could talk about.
oh yeah, go ahead. You go first. Oh, he got it.
This
Ah,
is the
pretty big.
new iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Wow.
It looks just like the old one, but it's got an extra button on it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks bigger than normal that cutout.
Same size. It goes more towards the edge. There's less of a little dead space around it.
Yeah.
But I got a new phone for me, a new phone for my wife, and we got them all configured. And I bought $200 worth of Apple accessories because it's
200?
all USB-C now. It's not USB-A.
How much they want for one brick? One little wall wart, whatever you want to call it.
These were 15 each.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay.
3 of them.
Yeah.
And then I bought this longer 4-foot cable, and I didn't realize. I looked at the package, and the package, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, look at this. This is insane. It is a 240 watt.
Yeah, that's
Like,
pretty
you
good.
could run a laundry drying machine off
That's
of
pretty
this.
good. Yeah, because you want to access fast charging, man. You don't want to slow charging.
I just wanted to charge my iPhone with it, but I didn't realize I got like the super power cable that you
Yeah.
could drive a whole computer that then in turn has 4 monitors attached to it. Like, this has enough juice to shovel. I'm like, well, I guess I overbought that. And then I bought like a whole basket full of
Well, upgrade your
new
charger.
cable.
Upgrade your charger so you get fast charging. Unless you don't get fast charging, I don't know.
Yeah, these are the 20-watt chargers. These are the fast
Oh, okay. So you're good. Yeah.
fast chargers. Yeah, these are
Yeah. I
these
see
are
it.
super fast. So, I get these phones, and it doesn't feel like you've paid anything for them because it just comes on your bill, whatever. So,
Yeah.
like, there's nothing out of pocket I had to pay.
Yeah,
I was just
you're
like,
just
yeah,
like,
I'll take it.
bill
They're
it,
like,
bill
great.
it.
It's on the way. I'm like, oh, that was easy. But, like, trust me, the bill's
Yeah,
coming. But
sure.
what I'm saying is, then this cover is $65 because I get the tough cover for
Oh
it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. You gotta
and then
have
I
that.
bought $200 worth of power bricks and new cables. I'm just like, oh, here's the money. Just take it. Take all the money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you gotta do it. You just finished paying off the other ones, right? So that's the time to do it. You're used to a payment, so just keep it going.
Keep it going. And I'll
Yeah.
get trade in. We've got $1,000 each for both our phones. We got 2,000 off.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, yeah, that you gotta do a trade in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it doable.
So how much is the difference? Do you know? At least
For
per
the
phone?
hardware, I was paying
Like 1,200.
$30 a month, and now I'm paying $11. So
Wow.
it went down. Now the whole cell phone bill is $230 a month because you got to pay the $80 unlimited plan, and then you got to pay the $30 in taxes, and you got to pay the $30 in this. The hardware line is just a little itty bitty line compared to everything else you got to pay monthly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This phone is $1,200, but to own a phone for 3 years, it is multiple thousands of dollars in services that you pay for.
That's why me and Laura haven't upgraded yet. It's a lot. It's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, I'm holding out. Mine's
Yeah.
at least 5 or more.
Almost, yeah. And she's still enjoying it. That's the crazy part. Some phones they say don't last that long, but we're knock on wood. Our phones were working. They're pretty good, charging okay. I mean, a little less charging, but they're okay.
I had the 13, and my wife has the 12, but that we traded in, and They were great. They weren't slowing down. They were holding the charge. They ran all the apps.
Yeah. But say some people want the newest one. I mean, I don't blame you. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet.
And my only bugaboo was my last phone. I ran it through the washing machine.
Oh.
And these are rated to stay submerged, like under, like 2 meters.
Oh, so it still works, right? Yeah. Just don't dry it.
There was something wrong. And I took it to the Genius Bar twice.
Oh.
And they ran their test on it, and they swore
nothing's wrong.
it was nothing wrong. I'm like, can't you hear it? Because I don't do any earphones, no earpods, no nothing. I just listened to it.
It sounded different, yeah.
it messed up them speakers, man, and they were not right. And then I'm making the Genius Bar guy listen to it. He's like, yeah, I don't hear any difference. I'm like, it sounds like garbage. You can't hear that. And they were like, la 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 la. No, it's fine. Go away. I'm just like,
crazy person.
So I traded it in and lost my ass on it. And anyway, so I was.
You couldn't live with it, huh?
Hey, I got more tech news.
Oh, what happened?
In the ongoing Stuart Rivera saga of Mac's Wi-Fi network.
Oh no!
I think I have the final period, and we can stop talking about it.
Are you sure?
So,
I'm saying instead of great.
Well, never say never, but things are looking really good because, as you know, I stopped doing the SON. Combine all the bands into
all together.
One, and have the device auto flip between the 5 gigahertz and the 2, which they never flipped appropriately. I broke it into 3.
Okay,
I broke it into 3. And I turned on the 6 gigahertz network, which was never on before. So I have the 2.4, the 5, and the 6. My problems seem to have been solved.
But you also had to reconfigure. Right, you reconfigured each device to the proper band you wanted.
Yes, my computers are on 5. Any handheld, any smaller device that can take 5 is on 5, and a lot of the things have to be on the 2.4. Like one of the cameras two of the cameras have to be on 2.4. And all of my smart plugs that turn on the lights in the office and do other things.
I got plenty of them.
They all have to be 2.4. And I like the TVs on 2.4, because they don't need any. Because my one TV in the office just does my slideshow. I don't stream anything on it or anything. So that has 2.4. But everything's nice and fast. And when you turn on a new phone, what it does, when you upgrade from your old phone to a new piece of hardware, it downloads the core OS and then releases it to you. And so now you can start using it. But then it has to download each app as phase 2.
Oh, okay.
And I was on the 5 gigahertz network, and the apps were loading real slow. Real slow. It was tracking to probably about 3 hours to all my apps down.
Oh
on the
my
5
God.
gigahertz
3
network.
hours.
And I can get 250 megabits down. I'm like, that should be a lot faster than that. I'm like, let me switch it to the house Carino 6 gigabit.
It's capable. What
Stuart,
a difference. Like that.
28 apps were loading per minute.
Per minute.
I was done because I'm like, okay, I want to get on the road and go to Best Buy to buy a case for it. I'm like, well, I want to wait till my apps are done downloading. I'm probably going to wait an hour. And I switched it over to House Carino, which is the name of my 6 gigahertz network. And I was like, in 8 minutes it was done. I was like, holy cow. Mobile devices on a 6 gigahertz network, Wi-Fi network, game changer. I went to test my internetspeedtest.com or internet speed test, and it was 800 megabits down.
Standing next to it. Standing next to your router, right? Yeah.
Holy
It does drop
mother
off.
of all that's holy.
It does drop off significantly fast as you walk away from
Yeah.
it. But you're capable of
Yeah.
doing that speed. It's just amazing that it even can do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
on my kitchen table, because you know the little Wi-Fi logo has 3 little, things on it.
Yeah.
Sitting on my kitchen table, it only had 2 of the 3.
Yeah. But it's
But
still fast.
it was
Still fast.
fast. It was stable
Yeah.
enough that it took it.
Yeah. You're still gonna be in the hundreds. Just because
I'm
you lose a
telling you,
bar
Wi-Fi
doesn't mean that it's not good signal. It's
Yeah.
it's-
It was still
Uh-huh.
it was still a good. It wasn't a strong signal. It was a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
connection,
better
and
than
it was full.
better than you would have had without the 6. So
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
man, I'm like
yeah.
6 gigahertz is the
So-
way to go.
So now picture having 2 or 3 of those 6s around the house.
Hell yeah.
if you were gonna do it.
Well, I think only this iPhone and my brand new M3 Pro MacBook that work gave me as a work computer.
Yeah.
I think those are the only 2 devices that are capable of Wi-Fi 6. And the other thing about Wi-Fi 6 is no one's using it, so it's a totally empty band.
Yeah.
It's
pretty much.
there's not congestion.
You're competing with your neighbors. Yeah. The
I thought the difference between the 5 and the 6 would be a small improvement.
yeah.
It
Some-
was
Some people don't use it at all, but let's say you take a lot of video with your phone, which that phone should do great video. You'll be able to upload it no problem on a
it can
regular
do
basis.
4K 60, I think. I mean, it's insane.
And the speed to match. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's
and
pretty
then
awesome.
I was at John's house, and he's cataloging all of his baseball cards.
Oh, that takes
He's gonna
forever.
sell his baseball card collection, and he's like, "How do we catalog this?" I'm like, "Let's go to Notion." He goes to Notion, signs up with his Gmail, with his Google account. Boom, he's in, and I'm like, /database. Okay, he's got a database. I'm like, let's name our columns. We're gonna have the player and the type of card, like tops, the year, and then the front card, the back image, the front image, and
Sure.
the condition.
Sure.
And what he was doing was he was taking each card and doing the data entry, all the text, the name, and doing the drop downs for the year and stuff like that. And then he would just go on to the next and would hand me the card. And then I, on my brand new phone with the brand new super camera, I was taking pictures on the same database, because I can hit his database on my phone.
Oh, and just put
But
it
I
right
can
in
actually see him typing the new line
I didn't
because
think
it's
of it
like
that
a
way.
shared.
That's
It's
awesome.
a shared, because he shared his
Yeah.
account with me. So here I'm taking gorgeous photos with my new iPhone, and we're cranking through it. So he's like, we did a stack of cards like this high in an hour.
That's not bad.
And we got this huge database. We're going to put it online, and he's going to, like, wherever he puts them, like on eBay, he's going to do more info, and he's going to hyperlink to the public Notion web shared page where you could see all this stuff, and you can learn about the card and make a bid on it and stuff like that. Data entry, databases, unlimited stake. I'm in Matt Haas heaven today, baby.
It's all working for
And
you,
my-
right?
And I got new gadgets. I got a new Wi-Fi, essentially reconfigured Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Good. But thinking about that Wi-Fi, I'm glad you're having a great day. But the thing to think about that Wi-Fi, what does the switching is the device, not the APs.
Right.
So a lot of people are like,
Right.
oh, what's wrong with my access points? It's not. They gotta do something about the devices, fine tuning them or something. Not all of them
They're
play.
too dumb.
Not all of them play nice. So separating it is the only solution sometimes, like you did. Separating the 2.4 from the 5.
I
Yeah.
did notice when I was on House Carino, it has a paragraph underneath it from Apple that says, hey, we've noticed you've separated your bands. You might have trouble with like home play. Like Apple has this whole home automation thing, which I just completely ignore.
Yeah.
I don't want Apple to touch that. I'm all in on Amazon. Not like Amazon's any better than Apple as far as that's concerned, but
Sure.
anyway. So like it even the new phone was like wink wink nudge nudge, like you might want to turn it all back in, all melted together. And I'm like, not happening. I think
Yeah.
I'm happy with it in 3 different
Yeah.
places now, and 3 different.
Yeah. Well, I still have one combined network, so I kind of test all 3. I have combined 2.4 and the 5. I don't have 6. I got no devices for 6 actually, but I don't know if my phone the note might. I don't even remember if it can do 6. I think it is. I think it's the only one that can do 6.
I mean, in most cases, you really don't need 6. But for like restoring a phone where you have to download gigabits of data quickly,
yeah.
and like you said, if you take high res video and you want to offload it somewhere, then you'd feel it. But for most people, you won't.
Yeah. But it's such a good feeling when you see that number hit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Even on my downloading for movies, I finally hit 16 megabits on one movie download. I was like, oh my god! Literally, while Laura was telling me to get it, and we were still talking about the movie, like, yeah, I don't know, we're gonna watch it. And I was like, oh my god, it's done! I couldn't believe it because of the fiber.
16 is not the fastest though.
Oh no!
I guess it's what we.
But where I get them from, if you know how it works, then usually doesn't go up to 16.
Oh, because it's hopping through a million onion servers.
Yeah, and it's getting it in piece. It gets it in pieces from other clients.
Yeah.
So it's not all from one source. So you never really get up that high. And the other day I actually saw it get to 16. I was like, holy shit! I just breathed 2 more words and it was done. I was like, holy crap! So I'm just saying,
tearing through some of those new movies you put out there.
In general, you gotta just love the speed of fiber and Wi-Fi 6. It's just, in general, I just bring up speed stuff. I love it. Yeah. A few new movies. Yeah, I saw that you played one of the. I can't remember the name now. The same movie I watched. I watched The Crow after you did.
Yeah.
But then there was
The Crow. I watched the one about the android with.
Oh yeah.
The light. Subservience, I think is what it was called.
Yeah,
like
that had that the hot chick. What's her name? Meg Ryan? Whatever. Not Meg Ryan. No. The one that was in Transformers.
Oh yeah.
She was in it, right? She was the lead robot, right?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. That's it. Yeah. Laura actually watched The Crow. How'd you like it, Laura?
Too graphic.
Too violent. Laura's a little tired today. Yeah.
I thought that didn't bother me. Although it was kind of, splatterfest. But
the first one was too. Which you did say that, Laura. You were like, yeah, it was. Yeah.
And you watched it too, Stuart?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's that guy from
my only comment is
Pennywise.
Yeah, Sarsgaard. he's a very versatile actor. I do like him. Now the first Crow with Brandon Lee was killed within the first 10 minutes of the film, and then it was all what happened to him after death with the Crow and all that stuff. Like it happened scene 2.
Yeah,
the real the live Brandon Lee was no longer alive. This movie, it must have went 30-40 minutes with him still alive. I'm like, let's go. Like, what's going on? Like, he's not dead yet. Like, I know the canon of the story.
Yeah, they weren't following the same screenplay for sure. Yeah, because they didn't have the little girl in it either. Remember, there was that little girl.
Okay. It didn't break any of the.
Yeah, it didn't break it. One. Yeah. No,
but
fine.
The pacing was different. They spent a lot of time with him as, before he met his tragic end. Yeah. And then I thought it was good. I liked it.
Yeah,
good stuff.
They did justice to the original movie. Yeah. Sometimes a lot of times they fail, so it did pretty good.
You're right. A version 2 is like it's either fabulous or it's horrible. Have you had a version 2 that was like meh? No, it seems to be one extreme or the other. Like good version 2s was Terminator 2,
Yeah.
awesome.
And Aliens.
Like that put the franchise on the map.
Yeah.
Aliens, the second one, it was Alien plural,
Yeah,
was the
right.
first one. Aliens was like awesome.
Right.
Yeah, like
You know.
Terminator 2, I like better than the first one.
Yeah,
I never
a lot of
really
people
cared.
said
I
that.
never cared for the first one.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
they
bad.
had Guns N' Roses as the backing track. And if you noticed in the movie, there is just like 3 seconds of the Guns N' Roses song, and it's when a motor when I think little John Connor's on his dirt bike and he rips by. It's like it's like Axl Rose was like, ah! That's all it was. It was just
They put the timing right with the songs. Yeah.
I think it was the "You Could Be Mine" song. You know,
Yeah.
you could be my eye, and I think they just clipped the eye, and then it was just over the motor. But then they could put it in the official T2 soundtrack, the whole song. You know,
Yeah. That's cool.
when that movie came out, I was all in. Godfather 2, good one, John. Yeah.
Hey, John Vitrini's here. Godfather
I remember
2.
Subway sandwiches had the T2 licensing, and they had T2 cups and T2 wrappers and stuff like that. And I wanted the big plastic Terminator 2 cup.
Sure.
Because the mediums and the smalls were wax paper cups, but the large was a full plastic one. And I was like, I want my drink, the Terminator, to the big one. And the guy says, "Oh, we only have mediums." And I'm like, "Oh, but I like the T2." He goes, and he points to the T2 logo on the paper cup. I'm like,
that's not gonna do it.
"You're not getting it. Like, I don't want a disposable paper cup with the T2 logo on it. I want the plastic one." Anyway, I had a big fight with the guy. Then I was strangling him, and I was smashing his head against the glass. No, I'm kidding.
I'll be back.
And with Terminator 2, I always wanted the Harley Fat Boy model, because that's what Arnold rode. It was the Fat Boy motorcycle was the model of motorcycle. T2 $5 foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Subway
fun,
Smash.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was excellent movies. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get anything for Alien, man. I thought you would have hunted down a place that would have had the cups, the popcorn Alien Romulus.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
I saw them all over online. They had 2 different versions of it. One was like a chamber for the face hugger. And
Okay.
the other one was the head of the xenomorph, which I think you saw that one. Yeah.
Oh, I saw this cute stuffed animal that was a xenomorph, and the teeth was a oversized zipper, a silver, like a chrome zipper, like the teeth, but it was a cute baby
That's awesome.
xenomorph. It wasn't just like a little thing like that. I was like, oh man, I should buy it, but it was like $29. I think it was like it was Amazon, but I think it was the Amazon cheap version of Amazon. They have like a Temu
is there?
section. I'm like, I'm not buying that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would be
The zipper would
a
break
xenomorph plushie owner if money was no object.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, like the Animaniacs kind of thing, right? You know? Yeah.
It was a cute little xenomorph. Maybe I could find it online. Let me see if I can find it. Plush baby xenomorph.
I want to see. Let me see if I can just do something on Facebook real quick here.
I found it.
And I love
Oh
Google.
my god, he is so cute. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna share.
Yeah, I'll switch.
Auto screen sharing. Boom, boom, boom. Can you see it?
Yeah, the teeth look good with the zipper.
Isn't he cute? He's so cute.
Yeah, that's funny.
Look at this. He's got the big,
Yeah,
other side there.
that's gotta match. That looks fine. It's just cute.
And
Yeah,
I guess it's only $20 now.
yeah.
And
33%
I don't think
off.
I don't think this is their cheap store either. That might be an impulse purchase. Let me add that to my shopping list.
This champion search.
Toggle screen share.
Oh, I gotta put you back.
There we go.
Where was
What's
I?
this other button? Oh, toggle camera preview. Oh, I can turn that off? Oh, nice. Okay, there you go. Cool.
Yeah, well, that's advanced VMix. So let me try to do something on Facebook. I lost my way. I just want to put that we're live now. Where is it? I know it's a bad thing to do it right now, but I gotta do it. Where is it? Facebook?
You gots to do it.
I got to do it. On Stuart Rivera. Episode 1. Leave that. Episode 1. No.
Super advanced VMix plus cheese.
We live now. Join us. Okay. Just had to put a comment on there.
Search, hurry up and search. I see you out there, Mr. Venturini.
Yeah. Oh, I actually got a rim shot now. I told you I was getting it.
Oh, baby.
It's the closest button to me.
I got to plug my phone into my $40, 240 watt overkill charger.
Yeah. Well, you said that's just the cable is 240, not the charger, right?
No, just the cable.
Yeah.
Cable.
So that's an overbuy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm like, I said to my wife, I mean, it's the story of my life. Like when I build furniture, I build it so sturdy, like it'll never fall apart in 100 years. So like, why
Yeah.
not overbuy like iPhone cables?
Sure. Lowering your volume just a tad.
No losing horns. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. That's the one from Price is Right, isn't it?
Price is Right, baby. You know it.
Crazy. Laura had a rough day at work today. She's a little quiet. How you doing over there, Laura? You hanging in there?
I'm just tired.
Yeah, she had a long day. She didn't want to go live. I
Very
said the
tough
show
to
must go
making you
on.
nuts.
I said the show must go on.
I can't call out sick.
No,
Yes, I can.
we didn't have time to set up the camera and the bed, and you know, with the blankies up
I
to here.
I said if I call out sick, I call out sick. I didn't say go put it in the bed.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call in sick. Get a
No.
video call in sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John Vincini said. Lower range meters 410.
Yeah, I don't get that, but okay.
He's saying she's moderately rageful, but
Oh,
not real
oh.
bad. I think that's what he's getting at.
Yeah. I was thinking range instead of rage.
I thought it said rage.
No, I think it was rage. I read it wrong.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, rage meter, rage.
The rage
man.
meter. Yeah.
We
That'll
got
work.
it. We got to see Laura like go absolutely off on something. I want the Laura rant. Like that would be internet gold. Complaining about
Yeah.
something.
You're always quiet or very composed, Laura. Yeah, you are.
You don't want me to go off.
You
I
don't.
need sentences like, "I can't believe when this happens." You know?
Yeah, John's foot rage check. Yeah.
No, that's when I come home and I relieve all my stories, and then now I feel, a little
Yeah.
relaxed. But
Yeah. Well, you could have set him online. You could have saved him. She complains to me. She complains to me, and then she doesn't say nothing online. You know. Yeah. She told me all about her managers and everybody else. I guess they could pop in, so you got to be careful. You know, you never know. They could play
don't
back
get
their.
yourself in trouble.
But you can say it with no names. You know, change the names to protect the innocent. You know.
Well,
What did
I
he
wouldn't
say?
risk it.
Really? Why would you want to see me flip over the table?
Yeah. Hulk smash, Laura smash.
The internet needs to see what they're messing with if they try and go up against you. See, this is what.
You ever notice Capricorns are very quiet until they get to a certain point, and then they, you know.
That's what they all say. So you do have a breaking point, huh? Okay.
Yes.
Send John's latest message.
What did he say?
on screen.
What did John say? For the love
For
of...
the love of the Dewey Decimal System, I will throat punch you. Thank you, Laura.
I guess the library doing decimal. Okay. Hey, where does he come up with these? I don't know. Oh, that's funny.
You know, one of my work colleagues had either a bachelor's or a doctorate in the library, and didn't work in a library. He was all about cataloging stuff and doing it correctly, putting in the right hierarchy, and it, because there's a lot to that field than just working in a library. They have whole schools dedicated to that. Yeah. Yeah. An ontology, because there's the hierarchy, then there's the something else, and then ontology is like the whole bit. Yeah, you got to do that. Like when you have a big company and you've got engineering, science, and math, and then underneath math, then you've got pre-algebra, algebra, trigonometry, geometry, and like how one is a subset of the other is a subset of the other. Like you need someone with a library science degree to do all of that for you.
That's the, you need associates and a bachelor's and all that other stuff, but the last thing for a librarian is the master's in science. If you don't have the master's in science, then you can't. And then we have the new thing now where they do trainees. So the people that are getting their master's in science, they become librarians, but they're trainees. Until they graduate, they get the lower salary, but then once they get their degree.
Yeah, but they can do it while working the part. Yeah, which is good.
So they're learning everything, and
one of Laura's key things that gets under her skin is that they don't want to do any clerical work, which it's in their contract. They think because they got all these degrees that they're not allowed to do clerical, which is in their contract. They can do clerical. So Laura comes home all the time going, they don't want to do their work. They just sit there playing solitaire on the computer while all the customers are being taken care of by Laura, who's not a specialist, or so she gets fed up. I get to hear it all before we go live.
Understandably so, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, there's a little to do between the union right now and all the people who are complaining that they're not to do this job. That it's in their contract. Some places honor that, and some places don't. So that not all branches are working equally, which is a big problem because now people are getting all stinky about it. Yeah. Yeah. So Laura won't say it, I'll say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get anyone in trouble there, Stuart.
I know, that's what I'm saying, just be careful.
Yeah.
Republic.
Yeah. People don't play nice. They gotta work as a team, People call out sick, the other one should fill in. That's all I'm saying.
Common sense stuff there, folks. Come on.
Yeah. Just, definitely common sense. Like when she's telling me the story, I'm just like, I don't know. This is like children in a kindergarten here. I don't know what's going on. You sure these are adults you're talking about?
That's right. That's exactly what I was just going to say.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't have too much that makes me explode. I just don't like when people
but you definitely have a few subjects that you do get upset about.
I don't like when people are on their cell phones and you're on the bus, and I don't want to listen to your story. And
Yeah. Well, I think anybody can agree with that one. And it worked too, right? People on their cell phones is like, wait a minute, you came here to work. Please. No, no, no.
This one, not connect, not.
Connecticut? Not Connecticut.
His thing before that says he has an announcement on his move. So he's saying
Oh.
he's not going to Connecticut. Tune in next week for more information.
Mhm.
You know,
No?
how can a viewer leave a cliffhanger like that? I guess he finds a way. You know?
Not Connecticut. Okay.
Cliffhanger in the comments, folks. There we go. Tune in to Stuart Rivera next week to find out
Yeah.
another
yeah.
bit of news.
At least you said it correct this time. The other day I noticed that you were trying to promote me, which was great. But you were like, oh, on the Stuart Video channel. And I was like, no, it's Stuart Rivera.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it happens. Thank you for promoting. Yeah. And I was like, my business channel is different than my personal channel. So I gotta try to put that out there more. Yeah.
My bad.
Magic cliffhanger.
Magic cliffhanger. Yeah.
He's
Well,
got
you-
it. Yeah,
He's moving for a good
you
reason.
could
I
come
hope.
on the channel and be a co-host and
Yeah, there is room for you on
You're
yeah.
not kicking anybody out.
Yeah, without kicking Matt Haas off.
yeah, they gave me a permanent
It
co-host.
could give you a window here. You can vent. Oh, you don't have the. I gotta get the link. Right, 1 sec. You got your makeup on?
Link cometh.
Makeup.
Well, he's the one who said he's got to get his makeup on one time. So he's caller 2. It's gonna be the advanced link.
You putting it in YouTube?
Yeah, I gotta copy it first. 1 second. No makeup, he says.
You didn't
Oh,
say anything
bummer.
about makeup. Why did you
Yeah, I just seen it. Look in the chat.
It's just. Oh, now he put no makeup.
No, yours is delayed, probably, Laura.
Yes.
You said it long before I saw it. Oh,
That's what
you
I'm
must see
saying.
it through vMix. I'm seeing it publicly.
No, I'm seeing it.
Anyway.
There he is.
I'm seeing it. There he is.
Hey.
You're on some sort of delay, Laura, and I'm afraid that you're going to start flipping tables over and stuff, and it's just not good. Like, do you want to talk
My
about?
job was
Let's have therapy. Are you okay, Laura? Talk. I mean, come on. Is everything all right?
I'm just tired in general as you get older.
And when you say tired, do you mean really angry because the audience wants to?
No.
He's trying to plant seeds in there. Watch out.
No.
He's leading the witness, Your Honor.
And you're leading the witness, you know that, right?
I'll refrain from the questioning. I think. Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Are you sure you're not mad?
No, I'm not mad. I had I was on jury duty court case or whatever. Oh my God, they got one of these cases where they got the person that
case
was on
over?
trial or whatever. They
Yeah.
got him so mad that he flipped one of the tables over, and you know those tables are like tilted to the floor and
Yeah.
everything.
Like 300 pounds this
So the
table.
judge is like, "All right, juries, get in the other room quickly." And then afterwards, we had to convict him, right? And then they're sitting there and they're taking our phones and everything. And then he was getting nervous because I didn't come home yet. And he's like, "Where are you? You're trying to call me and everything." They have my phone. Finally, I called and I was so upset. I was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" and everything. We were there till 8 o'clock, remember?
Yeah. Well, just shit happens, man.
I actually wait.
Shit
First,
does
I called my mother, and I was like, "Mommy, can you call Stuart and tell him that I'm okay and everything is okay?" And
Yeah. Well, at least he was lunging after the judge, not anybody else.
and you know the tables, they have 4 bolts in them, and he literally lifted up the whole table. And the guy
He's lifting.
kept instigating him. He was like, "Did you go to the bodega and do this?" And he just flipped.
Did you order the code red?
Yeah. You can't handle this.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. You can't handle this.
The classic line.
Yeah.
I didn't
My
go to the
son was
Bottega. I went
just
to the
in jury
Borgata,
duty.
but that's different.
Porcata.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
I did not enjoy my jury experience whatsoever.
No.
The justice system and the police system, it's very ill put together. Like when you see what's happening behind the scenes, I'm like, this is the society we live in. You know, it's all he said, she said. I'm like, let me see the text messages. Let me see this. Let me see that. No, we're not giving that to the jury. I'm like, why not? You talked about it. Let me see the actual, show me the goods. They're like, forget, they're no,
Show
both
me the
sides
money.
were like, we're not showing it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, this group says this happened. This group says that happened. The hell? Like, it really just comes down? I'm like,
Yeah.
I was the foreman too. I was the
Oh.
jury foreman because I made the mistake of wearing I wore a sport coat.
That makes
to the
sense.
jury.
You looked the part. You were.
And they're like, oh,
If the
that
glove
guy
don't
looks
fit, you
smart.
must have quit.
Oh.
I can picture that whole thing now. You should have opened with that. You would have fallen.
Oh.
We're in the jury room. We're going through these counts, and I'm like, all right, well, we're going to talk about each one of these counts, and then, you know, we're like, okay, what do we think about this? And one or two people chime in. They're like, okay, move on to the next one. I'm like, no. I was like, I want an audible yes or no from everyone around this table, because when the judge says, how do you find the defendant, and when I say guilty or not guilty,
Yeah.
I don't want any of you motherfuckers to stand. Sorry.
12 angry men.
Yeah,
Nice. Oh, we can
Uh,
curse on this. This is good. Okay.
Well,
Thank
it
you,
is
Matt.
YouTube. It is YouTube. It should be okay.
Well,
Well,
as long as it's not the first said it's okay.
you are
if
well.
it's moderate.
We are also on Facebook, by the way. So
Oh, fuck
On
that.
Facebook don't care. Facebook don't care.
There,
You
there
can
was
put
a-
hot garbage on Facebook, they'll be fine with it.
There was another thing where one of my friends, they went to, he was on the jury or whatever. So there was a whole bunch of like people that couldn't speak English or whatever, and they were trying to get out of, that they didn't want to understand
yeah,
anything.
no comprendo.
So the judge goes like this. He goes, "Does anybody understand? Anybody understand what I just said? Raise your hand." Everybody raised their hand. He said, "You have no problem understanding it. You have no problem understanding English." Everybody understood, and they raised their hand.
Yeah. Judges don't play around.
Does the jury understand sign language? Do they understand this? Okay, very good.
Well, my excuse is I always say I'm hearing impaired, and he's like, "Well, you can move up to the front as interpreters." I was like, you can't get out of anything. I was like, all right.
And they all know sign language, especially the middle finger. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
With want to hear something messed up about my case that I heard as a jury?
What was it?
So it was, obviously drugs. All right, that's a lot of what's going on nowadays. But the cops set this guy, that they were pretending to do the exchange, but he was buying it actually from the cops. And so they went through a transaction and they let him go.
Wow.
And
Oh,
then 2 weeks
weird.
later, they did the same thing again, and they went through the transaction a second time. They charged him double. I'm like,
that's not right.
how is that a thing? Like, why would you do, like, you got him dead to rights the first time. And it was actually 2 counts per. It was like intent to distribute and possession. So he had intent to distribute and possession on the first instance, and he had another intent to distribute and possession on the second instance. I'm like,
Yeah, that's not right.
you couldn't ask any questions as a jury. You can only listen. But afterwards, after it was all said and done and everyone cleared out, and the judge said to us, do you have any questions now that it's over, done, all the dots are dotted, all the T's are crossed, and everyone left. And I was like, yeah, I got lots of questions. So I was like, why couldn't we see the evidence? Hey, there's a thumbs up. And I was like, what's with the double counts? How is that fair? And
Yeah.
whatever he said didn't really
Wow. That shows they can
What
really
he
bury
said
somebody.
Made sense. He's a judge, but the substance of what he said made no sense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they can really bury somebody if they want to. Just keep going a few times. Yeah.
The learn from that is, as you move through life making decisions, there you go. Never do anything that will land you in the county courthouse, because that county courthouse is a machine to send people to jail. It is staffed with all these people with their sole focus to get you in and get you locked up, and it's a well-flippin' oiled machine, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
stand
yeah.
no chance. Even if it's all you on the good side, it doesn't matter. They're there to get you in and to get you behind bars. I'm like, I never want to see inside this courtroom ever again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in the hot seat. That you're done. There's no grace in this
And
world.
you sprinkle corruption on top of that? Oh boy. You got a big hot mess.
There was one case that I was on, and I was the standby, and I was so mad because I listened to the whole thing, and then when they went to do the voting and all the stuff and everything, they were like, well, you can't go in there. I'm like, but I sat here for 2 days, 3 days listening to everything. Nope, you're standby. So finally, when the case was all over, I talked to the lawyer. I said, you know, you really did a good job. He goes, no, I saw you there. You were listening and everything. I know you couldn't go in. And I was like, yeah, but it's not fair. Christina's watching. Hello, Christina.
Hello, Christina.
Welcome to the program,
Facebook.
Christina. How are you?
On Facebook.
I have a question. I have a statement about the standby. I got lots to talk about everything. You guys should just shut me up one of these days.
Here we go.
But
No.
Here comes Perry Mason.
when we came in day 2, one of the jurors, like, it was getting to be like, say, I don't know what it was, like 9 o'clock we had to be there, and it was like 8:55 and he wasn't there. And one of the people said to the bailiff, because they give you an officer assigned to you to, like, you know, be your go here, go there, like, you get a point person. Essentially, it's a bailiff. And mine was a pretty nice older lady, but, you know, she had the badge or whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
she said,
Court officers.
and one of the people said, oh, will the stand-in go if such and such person doesn't show up? She goes, oh no, we'll send squad cards out for them. We'll
Get
drag
out.
them here.
They will.
Wow.
They
In
will,
other
yeah.
words, in other words,
in
like,
real time, right? They'd be like, oh wait.
yeah, they will do everything to avoid a stand-in actually serving. Like, I think a juror would probably have to have their life ended for the stand-in to go in. Otherwise, they'll manhunt you down instantly and they'll drag you back to that court. They want they want one of the 9. They want all original 9 there, and they're not going to stop. And she was dead serious too. I was like, man.
And like you said, it's scary. Like, you go in there, the lawyers will tell you straight out, we don't say hello to you, we don't say nothing. They look at you straight in the face and they don't say nothing. You can't even say good morning. They just, you know, they're like, it's
They're not
horrible.
playing around, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
They even warned us. They're like, if you're walking the halls, people will turn the other way.
Right.
Because they don't want to bias the jury. Like, they could be on the other team. They could be district attorneys, you know, and they're like, they said to us, don't take it personally. It's like, you'll feel like you have the plague and you'll be shunned. It's like, sometimes, like, if you just happen to run to the bathroom or something like that, you'll see strange behavior. And they said that's exactly why. Let alone what Laura's saying, actually in the courtroom, like, and, you know, here's the kicker. You know, because, you know, before they pick the jury, they ask you all these questions, and, you know, like, and they said, does anyone know the police officer? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I know the police officer. He's from my town.
Really?
And I actually worked with him on this, like, pager system. I helped get the community alert via text messages rolled out. I had to actually train the police. Well, that was scary. Matt standing up in front of 20 uniformed police officers and Matt saying, here's what you got to do. That was a different experience, but I got through it. And
That's
I'm
funny.
like, okay. When they asked me, like, will that bias your decision, or can you be non-biased? I'm like, I can be non-biased. Like, okay, sit back down. And by the end of the whole story, I was picked. Like, I thought that would like blacklist me from the other side, who would see that as a negative. No,
You sold yourself.
No, you can't get out of it as easy as it used to be. It's not,
Yeah.
And some people were saying like, no, my cousin died of a drug overdose. I can't be unbiased. They're like, okay, those people didn't get picked. That's what I should have said.
Yeah. No, you did your duty. You did your duty. It's pretty good.
And then
I did my duty. It messed me up.
Like the
I'm
other
like,
thing
I
that's
can't
bad too is
believe
if you get a criminal case, the criminal's sitting right there, and you're asking, oh, where do you live?
It can be
Where do you
intimidating,
come
sure,
from? And,
for sure.
And
Yeah.
if you don't get picked, now he knows where you know.
I was a witness in a murder case once, so I know what you're talking about, Laura. Yeah, that was pretty horrendous. I mean, court case and drugs and stuff, but the murders, yeah,
Were you called as a witness?
yeah, was pretty rough. There was a teenager, a friend of mine got stabbed in the heart.
Oh my god!
Died instantly.
I'm sorry you had to deal
Yeah.
with that.
Sorry.
Sorry for the people.
Yeah.
that
No,
hurt.
it was a
Holy
long time
hell.
ago. But he died instantly, and we were right next to him. Any one of us could have got stabbed next. Fortunately, he ran off after he stabbed him. But yeah, the guy knew you live in the same neighborhood, and then in court, do you recognize the murderer? You got to point to him. Do that whole thing. Yeah.
People don't realize how deadly knives are.
Oh yeah. The guy was dead instantly.
Yeah.
It was a Rambo knife. They cut his heart in half instantly.
Yeah.
One plunge. Poof. Guy was gone. Yeah.
That's part of your new channel, right, Matt? Awesome knife things.
Awesome knife things. Yeah, I hate to get so graphic. We'll reel that one back in there. But yeah, knives are dangerous too, right? Yeah.
You know, people think, oh, I'm going to mess around with this knife. It's much, much safer than a firearm. And in many cases,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
lethal.
Maybe you'd rather get shot.
They're both pretty
In
lethal.
some situations, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you mess with the heart, you're 3 seconds and then you're
Yeah.
gone.
Mhm.
I even watch. I like to watch this Gridlessness. It's like a off-grid family, and they hunt, and they're in Canada, so there's elk and stuff like that. And the wife was shot this huge elk that was in season, and the elk took 2 steps and fell over. And once they were, taking the meat out of it, they got to see all the organs, and they're like, went right through the heart.
Oh man.
Didn't
Yeah,
stand a
good-
chance.
Good shot. Yeah.
Because usually they'll run off, and you've got
You gotta bleed out or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
It was boom, step over. That's all it took.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you're a marksman, while those things are running too, you gotta. Jesus. I've never hunted, but all my friends hunt. They're all hunters.
No, I've never hunted.
Yeah.
She was Canadian though, so she is incredibly apologetic for it, right? She did say she was sorry.
Sorry, eh?
Sorry. Yeah.
The first gun I shot was a cool thing. It was a very low powered rifle, and the top of it was a 22, so just a tiny little shell, and underneath of it was a small gauge shotgun, and it had a lever that was bullet or shell.
Oh,
You just
really?
put one bullet and one shell in, and the idea was it was for small birds, and you can use the 22 and go clink and try and hit the bird, and if you miss, it flies away. You flip the lever and you go to
It's
shotgun
captured.
and you shotgun the bird. It was a pretty neat little. I never saw anything like it. It was a fun little weapon.
Wow.
I forget who had that. My friend Corey, I think, had that.
I don't know. One of these days, I'll go out in a shooting range and try to learn how to shoot. I think everybody should at least know how to shoot. Maybe not own, but
yeah.
at least know what to do when you got one in your hand. The safety of
I
it.
owned a 9mm Ruger, and oh my god, that thing was a hand cannon. It was no joke. And at the time, there was a rubber dart gun that was the same 9mm Ruger dart gun. And at that time, it was black plastic with an orange inner barrel. So you couldn't even see the inner barrel unless you're looking right down the barrel of the gun. And I put them side by side. It was the same mold. It looked exactly like the gun that I owned, but it was plastic. So
That's why everything's colored orange now, or orange or bright green.
Yeah, now they're all orange or
Yeah. But still out of the same mold. You just little spray paint.
This is back, in the late 80s, early 90s, where you got away with that stuff.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah, you're still a gun. What kind of gun you have now? You own a gun, right?
I have a shotgun.
Shotgun. Oh, that's home defense. The best home defense, right?
And I'm going to buy Sig Sauer P365. That's what I want. That's a 9mm handgun. That's kind of on the smaller side, but it takes the big old bullets.
You also have one of those Red Ryder BB guns, right?
Yeah, take your eye out, kid.
I'll tell you what, man. The nice thing about shotgun is if you're an intruder, you don't even need to see it. You hear that clack, clack. You know what's coming. Like, that's in this, like, you can't misinterpret what that sounded. Clack, clack. Like, your next step could be your end.
Yeah, home defense. Wow. If I lived out in the sticks, I'd have a gun. I don't.
It doesn't matter where you are.
There's plenty of guns around me in Queens, though. I just don't care.
New York is very strict.
Queens Boulevard special.
Very strict with that.
Yeah.
I don't like guns.
Yeah. I generally don't either, but I'd like to know how to be efficient in using one. Yeah. One of those things.
I remember when my niece was growing up and she was little, my sister wouldn't allow her to even play with water guns.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff.
Yeah. I've seen parents like that too. Yeah.
No super suckers.
Yeah. All the bright colors and everything still doesn't matter. Nope.
And even, like you had the one where you have with the balloons, where you would do the gun and blow up the balloon.
Oh yeah.
At the thing.
At the county fair.
At the county fairs.
Oh, those are fun. I love those games.
Me too.
Get the clown to explode. Yeah.
Sound of the bell.
Yeah. That's funny.
My niece is in Florida now. They love to go to Orlando, and they do that Fright Halloween stuff where they go to the haunted
season,
houses
right?
and everything. Oh my God, I would like to do it, but I'd be so scared with all the Halloween stuff and Freddy Krueger, and they all jump at you and.
Yeah, well, the rides is something else too. So people get bored of the rides, and then they do all the haunted houses and then the mazes and stuff.
Those
Haunted
are big in Pennsylvania.
Haunted
Those
mazes.
are huge, multi-million-dollar productions on some of these people's farms.
Yeah.
And they've been going for 15 years now. They're multiple attractions. You buy like the 5 attraction super pass, and like when you're waiting, like the line goes back and forth in front of a stage, and they usually have some sort of entertainment going on. Like, it is a big deal.
Six Flags usually does it, right?
Well, they're one of the places. He's saying that there's private companies that do them out in the sticks.
No, I know, but
in the big cornfields and stuff like that. They big mazes.
Wow.
We have so much We have so much land in Chester County. We have a few places that do giant mazes and giant fall things.
Yeah. And we're us city folk who are just Six Flags, but there's plenty of other places.
Well, Hershey Parks now has the scary attractions too. This is year 3 that they're going to do it.
That's
they saw how much of a moneymaker they are. They're like, well, why are we leaving money on the table? But we have Freddy's Fields and Jason's Woods. And there's a couple
Good
other.
names.
No,
That's good names.
it is.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great names.
They are hardcore stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one, I finally figured it out. The one chain maze, they're like a chain link maze, and they actually rig it where you can't get out, and then they'll secretly
Fantastic.
open or remove one of the walls where you can get out. I'm like, you mother effers. That's just wrong.
Oh, wow.
And they'll come at
And
you
when
with
you say wrong,
chainsaws
do you
with
mean right? Because that sounds amazing.
Well, yeah. They'll come at you with chainsaws, but the chainsaw has no chain in it. And they'll touch the chainsaw to you. And the girls you're with are starting to pee themselves. Like, it's like,
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
Get some PTSD with that, man. Right?
Yeah, years of therapy waiting.
And they have a lot of like strobe lights where it's like only on for like a short second. It's mostly dark. And then something horrible happens.
Yeah, just enough light to see them coming at you, and then it goes black. Yeah.
Spinning blade. The one,
I went to Dr. Jekyll and Hyde in the city once with my friends, and they scared me so bad. They were like, Frankenstein is going to come off the table, and he's going to start eating with you. And
They did have actors that would do that.
oh my god!
Yeah. I've been there once.
I would not go to the bathroom. They said the bathroom something happened, and I was like, I was so scared.
When you went, did they have the ceiling coming down when you walked in?
No, but we had the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
The elevator was closing in.
Oh, yeah. I didn't go on the elevator. There was a door, big hallway they corralled us into. Said we had to wait for the table, and then the ceiling started coming down
Well,
on us.
maybe that's what it was. I thought it was an elevator, but it wasn't. Yeah.
I think it's the ceiling.
Mm. And then all the things on the walls would talk, and
Yeah.
and they were telling me
It's still there in the city, in Manhattan.
yeah. There's
Jekyll
two of
and
them.
Heights.
There's two different.
Oh,
But
yeah?
they had hacked Dr. Hyde on the table upstairs. It was so freaky. They had him go up to the ceiling, and
Yeah.
And they were like, "Don't go to the bathroom." I was like, "What do you mean? I gotta go to the bathroom." I would not. I sat there for 2 hours and would not go to the bathroom. I was so afraid.
It's funny when my father went with us one time, and he was like, "Oh, this is too childish for this." He was the one screaming and laughing the most out of everybody. I was like, "I told you." He's like, "Why are you bringing me to this place?"
My accountant loves Halloween, and he does a 2-car garage haunted house, which sounds stupid. Let me tell you, it is well thought out. It is well funded, and it is scary as hell because he gets all his clients to be the creatures.
Oh,
I did it for 3 years in a row, and the one time I was working the horn because there was like a killer clown that jumped out, and I did the horn, like a clown horn, scared the crap out of everyone. And then the other year I was the gorilla because he had a cage, and I was in a full gorilla suit in this cage.
I can picture that.
The thing was, the bars were rubber, and I could come out of the bars and I could chase the kids.
That's funny. That's funny.
Sick. And then not only would he do it trick or treat night, the night after trick or treat, he would bus in kids with special needs. He had like 3 buses of kids with special needs would come, and they could go through the haunted house too. And we would do it that night as well. And he's like, look, he's like, if someone's really, really freaked out, then you back off. Otherwise, you hit them with everything you got. And he had 2-way mirrors. He had like a dinner scene, and he had a killer clown. Oh, it was stuff falling from the ceiling, stuff coming out grabbing your ankles. He had smoke effects, sound effects, strobe light effects. I mean, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It was pretty hardcore.
You ever do the Haunted Mansion in Long Branch, New Jersey? No? I used to have a huge place over there. I went there as a kid. Can't remember too much of it, but I remember my mom being freaked out as hell. It was huge. She lost her shoe, and then we had to go in the back of the place to try to retrieve. She didn't want to. They were expensive shoes or something. She was like freaked out about. So she wanted to see if she can get them back. And we told them basically where it happened, and they would send somebody to go try to retrieve it. It was like all these rat tails sticking out from the floor were hitting her feet, so she was kicking at the rats, and they were the fake rats. So we see after we turn, well, I should say when we turned the corner to enter this office, there was a bunch of actors sitting there all hurt. Like one of his arm was messed up, another one was like throwing up, and they actually got hurt during the performances. Like people would punch them and stuff.
Full contact.
Yeah, full contact. Because they get so scared that they would attack them. So there was just a lineup of hurt actors in the back. It was pretty funny. That I remember. The rest of it, I don't remember.
Well, they tell the people, like, don't touch any of the actors. You know, like they really try and tell you. There was this, when I was in grade school, the class, after class, it was an extracurricular. You could go to this haunted place. It was called Scream in the Dark. I have no idea about it. And it was just like a line that you went through. It was like a constantly where you walked it, but it was just, you know, like a people mover type of thing, but you just walked it. And to wait to get in, they put us in this amphitheater, and on the stage were 2 chairs with metal screen material on the back and on the butt. And they had this game where people from the audience could volunteer, and they had like, you know, green light, green light, green light, red light, and then you had to like press a buzzer, and like the last one to press a buzzer after the last one went on would get shocked. I'm like, well, that looks like fun. I'll do it. And I lost, and that was so painful. I was like, oh my God, this is not just a little, like, I was like, that could never exist today. Could you imagine the liability?
Freaking cattle prod, right?
Back, it must have been
good stuff.
It must have been early 80s, maybe even 79. I was like, I never heard about this place again, but I remember it's called Scream in the Dark, and the whole class went, and we waited and waited till we could get in line to actually go through the thing. And they had the 2 metal electric chairs, and it's just a game of, not a game of chance, but like a competitive speed game.
That's funny. Wow.
Never forgot that.
Was it just a second, or they kept it on for a little bit?
No, it was just
a couple hours.
But it wasn't mild. Like, it was like, holy cow.
Wow. Yeah. Me and my brothers used to do
Halloween fun instead of getting hit with a violet stick. That's great. It's awesome.
Yeah. Me and my brothers used to do some special effects, some semi-pro special effects. We won a bunch of contests over the years.
Really?
Yeah.
Like physical props?
I should have stuck with it. But like like makeup and stuff, like latex and all that stuff. Yeah, we wanted to get into props.
Photos?
Get into props, but we never did. A few. Nothing digitized that I can pull up.
You don't have the green one that you did when you were with me?
Yeah, but I don't have them
you don't
scanned
have them,
or anything. Yeah, I was thinking about things to talk about. I should have did that. But I should have scanned them. Yeah, I only have a few photos, but yeah, we won some good contests. It was a lot of fun. We do the foam latex with the moles and everything, the body casting. In
college we did, because the one guy, it was a horror buff, and he had the special effects mask technology, and he did me up as like a bloodied up traffic victim. And
that's always fun. Yeah.
He turned himself into a quick goblin, and he turned my other friend into like, it was like his masterpiece one. It was really messed up. And I remember I drove home from the party.
Oh, in full makeup?
Yeah. Well, I pulled off most of the prosthetics, but I was still, the paint that was just on the skin was still on. But like if there was like a scar here, I ripped the scar off.
Yeah.
But the blood around it. Anyway, from afar, I looked messed up, even with partial, with the prosthetics.
Yeah.
And because where I went to college a half hour from my house, and I lived at home when I went to college. So we had this Halloween party, And then I came back and I pulled in the drive. My mom was freaking out. She goes, "Oh my God, Ken, call the ambulance!" I was like, "Mom, it's just makeup. It's just makeup."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gonna give me a heart attack.
Yeah, I had people. I used to do zombies. I did like it for a while. I was into the zombie whole thing. Before people were into Walking Dead and all that, I liked zombies. So the green one, that's what Laura's talking about. The green one. It was mostly a dark green, but it was dark enough that people would when I was walking on the street, and I would do this even before Halloween because you're testing stuff out. That I'd be walking, they'd get close enough, thinking now I'm just somebody with dark skin, but then they would be like, "Holy fuck!" And they'd be like, and then they walk across the street and be like, "No, dude, everything's fine, man," because you don't want somebody attacking you. So it's like, "Oh, everything's fine, man. It's just makeup." And be like, "Nobody, I'm gonna stay way over here." Yeah.
What was his name? Your friend? He was what's his name from Spaceball? What was it? Ed Bundy.
Oh, we dressed up a friend of ours as from Spaceballs, the half man, half dog.
Oh, the Mog, yeah.
Mog, yeah,
John
Mog.
Candy.
We did the whole jumpsuit, the thing, the tail, the whole head, we did the whole thing. It was an instant winner for a party we went to. Which he did give us credit when he won. He was just like, "Oh, I didn't do the makeup. It was Joel and Stuart."
Nice, nice.
So yeah, that was another win there. Yeah, we didn't make him share the prize money though, but we at least got credit.
Did you see my story on Awesome Fun Things? I have a playlist called Awesome True Outrageous Stories. It's a playlist called Outrageous Stories. It was about zombies. So I'm walking my dog at the park when I only had one dog at the time, and I see this police cruiser on the street because they have a sidewalk next to the street in the parking lot, and then the sidewalk went across the street to the walking path or whatever, and it was creeping out. I'm like, "What's this he want?" And then I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna walk past walk through the road," and then he pulls up next to me. I'm like, "Oh no, what's he want?" And he rolls down the window. And I stop and I look at him and I recognize the officer, but he doesn't know who I am. I quickly get this. He says, "Excuse me, sir." As soon as he says, "Excuse me, sir," not "Excuse me, Matt," like I knew he didn't know who I was. And he says, "Everything's cool. I just want to tell you there are some high schoolers shooting a zombie movie in the park. So if you see a zombie, don't freak out." And you know what I said to him without missing a beat? John knows, I think, maybe. I said, "Thank you, officer, but when it comes to zombies, I'm not taking any chances. I shoot first, ask questions later." He goes, "What?" I was like, "Oh, Officer Durstein, it's Matt. I'm just kidding with you." I was so proud. Like, I didn't miss a beat, and I was deadpan, too. I was like, "Zombies?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm not taking any chances. When it comes to zombies, I shoot first, ask questions later."
That's right.
No, he started screaming at me. I was like, "Chillax."
Oh, that's awesome.
That was a risk on my. I probably shouldn't have done that in hindsight, but I'm like, I can't let that zinger go past. Like, can you blame me?
That's gold.
I guess he called my wife. "Yeah, I'm in lockup at the township. I'm waiting to be arraigned in the morning. Can you bail me?"
I did it for the love of comedy.
Attempted zombie killing. Hey Google, stop.
I'm not gonna let that sit on the vine. I'll get locked up for that. Sure, let's go for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we want to get into props. We haven't gotten into them. I still myself want to do props. It'd be a good one.
My friends do props, and they've done some contracts for puppies.
Puppies.
They're not happy with each other. You be nice. Meanie boombalini.
Don't let Stevie get after you. Stevie will get after you.
Yeah.
Lick
One
your
of
stuff
the-
because she's good, sweetheart.
One of the props I want to do. One of the props I want to do is a Stargate staff, the Jaffa staff,
Oh, nice.
but actually have it the pod. You know how it opens and sparks and does all that stuff. I want a functional one, basically. Yeah,
Nice.
it's on my list to do. I kind of have it half planned already. I gotta pull the trigger on it.
What they told me about being in that business is the studios will tighten up your deadline, and if you don't obey the new terms, they'll blacklist you in the industry. It's very
My God,
one-sided.
really?
So they're like they're very hesitant to do props for big movie sets because they know others that have been permanently banned for unreasonable stuff. Because they're a shop of 3 people, and if they commit to something 3 weeks out, it's going to take them 3 weeks. If they say, "Oh, we need it in 1," because they'll chop off 2/3 of the schedule just like that. And if you don't jump and say how high, then your career's over.
Yeah,
So they're
wow.
very now they'll do other things.
Must be very
I asked
competitive
them-
too, then. Yeah.
I said, how much would it cost to do a Daft Punk helmet with full lights and everything? They're like, do you really want to know?
Yeah, they are expensive.
I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, and they're like, are you seriously inquiring about this? And
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I am. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
much
yeah.
would it be? And it came back to like $1,400.
Yeah.
$1,500.
I still gotta do this guy back here.
Wow.
I don't know if you ever
What's the
noticed him
story with
sitting.
that?
Well, I got a full Stormtrooper outfit, and I never
Nice.
put it together.
You gotta put it together?
Yeah, well, it comes in pieces. So
Ah.
yeah. It's kind of these guys online on eBay and stuff. There's different companies that make the Stormtrooper outfits. The more modern ones,
Okay.
more screen accurate ones.
All right.
So you basically you get it, you fit it to your own body. Plus everybody's body's different, so you can size it properly. So
yeah.
there's always some fitting to do. So I got it just completely in like it just out of the molds they make. It's fiberglass reinforced. This one is
What?
oh. Come on. See, it's all raw inside. I don't know if you see it. It's just
Oh,
been,
nice.
it's like poured. It's into a cast.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a little dirty, but I gotta fix it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
There's a stormtrooper guild in
Yeah.
our area where there's enthusiasts that all get together and
Oh.
dress as the stormtroopers.
Let me see something.
Oh,
if I can. He's got imperfections in it. It was like a crack in it,
Okay.
but you won't see that after it gets painted. You know?
Got it.
And you got to cut out. They sell the lenses and everything separate for this. All the little pieces that go on the front and in here. They have fans and cameras and stuff that go on the inside. They have all kinds of padding. It's a whole industry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend, her son really likes that, and she got her son a full miniature uniform, and he took a picture.
Oh, the
with-
kids ones are so adorable. Oh my God.
Yeah, and he took a picture with like 20 adults that were all in the stormtrooper, and one of the adults was holding this kid, must have been 12 or something like that. He just thought it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I got a crazy hypothetical question to ask you. Do you think someone can perhaps do a spin class in that thing? Asking for a friend.
You better get the one with the fan in it, that's for sure. They have little fans that go in.
Maybe not.
I heard there was one guy, man, that was wearing a Darth Vader outfit during Ren Fair. You ever heard of Renaissance Fair?
Oh yeah.
So it's plenty of sunshine. There's not much shade in the place, and the guy, Vader's just dead black. So he's walking around the thing, and for 3 hours, we're like, that guy's got to be killing. And then he almost fainted, fell over almost while we were walking past him. Me and my brother holding him up, and he's like, take off my helmet, take off my helmet. And he's dying. He's like, dude, you really got to be careful in here. He didn't have the fan in there or nothing.
Man.
He was just killing himself. Oh my God, he looked great, but I was just like, you walking around in the sun? You're
He
freaking
looks
crazy.
smashing.
They had a Star Wars night at the baseball game, and they bring in, they hire a company to come around in costume, and the Darth Vader, when he talked, he sounded like Darth Vader, and it wasn't just sound bites he was playing, like it was actual
There's
conversation.
a microphone voice changer for stormtroopers also. There's a whole thing.
It was cool.
Yeah,
And
that's why I'm
what I
thinking
did
I'm
was-
doing a build now and showing it online because there's so much to it. It won't be 2 videos. It's going to be like a whole slew of them, hundreds. So I'm sorry to interrupt.
My friends.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say my friends' kids were with us, and Austin was like 12 at the time. I was like, Austin, I got a good idea. We're gonna have Darth Vader put his hand around your neck, and I'm gonna go under your arms and lift you off the ground, and then I'm gonna digitally remove myself holding you, and it's gonna look like Vader is not force choking you, like actually grabbing your neck and lifting you off the ground. I got that photo, man, and it is awesome. It was a great thing.
The classics, man. And what's great about these costumes, like Stormtroopers and Darth Vader, or any Star Wars, you can do groups. Like you have your friends all dressed up, and now you're all in the same genre, whatever it is, the same movie. Families, gotta love doing stuff like that.
What I did was I was taking pictures of the characters, and then what I would do is I would get photos of the Death Star, and I would find and I would put it up in the sky, but I would make it look like it was actually in the sky, because you know how like you look at the moon, and if the moon is half in shadow, it's just like sky behind it, whatever. Something from the surface of the Earth that's actually in orbit looks different than if you just plopped a picture of it. And so I like digitally altered where it was perfect, and it was just subtle in the background. So one time there was the Death Star in the background, and Chewbacca was in the foreground. And another time I put like an AT-AT walker, like the one with just 2 legs. He was out on the first base side. I really went to town with it, because I can do that stuff in Photoshop. I make it look real, I'll even blur it to where it's like the proper blur in the distance, because you could just cut it out and slap it on there. You can tell,
especially your trains. You wouldn't leave it that way.
I did it as if it was like really there in space and time.
I always liked that one year we went for the Halloween parade, and I have my picture with the
Stormtrooper. See, those pictures, I gotta digitize all of them.
I love that one.
Because
I also lit up the lightsabers appropriately, because the lightsabers are just colored. I would actually make them glow in Photoshop, and then I would put like the backsplash glow, like if it like was near a piece of clothing, you gotta like make the I went all in, man. It was cool. It was
we also used to do the Ren Fair, and we have we look kind of basically look like a lot of people could take us for pirates, but we weren't pirates.
Yarr.
Yeah, so but either way, we just flowed with it, and the costumes, we must have spent a couple $1,000s each on the shoes, the boots,
I want to do a Ren
the proper
Fair.
knives.
Can we do a Ren Fair together?
We did the swords and everything. Like my sword was like $500.
I want to go.
The real swords.
Let's put it on the calendar.
It's the only place I could actually carry the real sword.
Ren Fair.
What, a Ren Fair?
I want to do it. Who's in?
Yeah.
I have a corset that I paid a real corset for $125.
Yeah. Was it? I thought it was more. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah,
I think it was like $250 for the corset. And she's got a bunch of different dresses and stuff. And I haven't been in a long time. Probably since I saw Vader there.
It's different than what I want to go for as Halloween, but we could probably make it work. I want to be a conquistador for Halloween, but we could turn that into a pirate or something for Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Remember when we?
I won't say no. I won't say no, but I don't have all my gear. I'd have to look for my gear.
Remember when we used to go to the Halloween parade and we were dressed up and the cops would stop us? They were like, "Oh yeah, fake swords." We were like, "No, those are real swords."
Yeah, we'd show the cops and be like, "Look, they're in our shoes, they're in the holders. I can't even grab it out." And they were like, oh, "Okay." We looked so good that they were like, "You guys know what you're doing."
Yeah, we're professionals.
Yeah, and plus we were in a group, and it was just, you can see how much money was spent. You could just tell we were just pros, and they were just like, "Okay, guys, we just want to take some pictures." They get in there, and make a selfie. But yeah, we did pretty good with all those shows. We're very proud of it. I haven't been in years. My brothers still go. That's where I think my hat is there. I think my boots is at my brother's, which I probably won't get back.
Yeah,
Let's put it on the calendar. I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you down?
Before we move.
Yeah.
We used
You
to
want to
go
go too, John?
If it's before I move, yeah, let's play. Let's do it.
Cool.
I thought you were moving
I
soon.
passed it on the way to your
November
house.
1st, but if we do it sometime in October, let's go.
Isn't what's the one
Because I think they close. Don't they close in September?
What's the one that's free? That's by the cloisters.
Oh, that's a.
That's the Renaissance Fair too.
No,
But you don't have
they'll
to
do
pay to
something,
get
but
in.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
an October- They
Yeah,
have a
but-
Halloween version, and they have different themes. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I like? Did you ever see people walking around in Star Wars uniforms? Because the whole point is they beam down from the Enterprise and they're in like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
medieval.
I seen a Doctor Who also. They did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm stuck in
yeah.
the TARDIS. Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
I had my sonic screwdriver.
Yeah. I think that fit better than the Vader stuff. I was just like, I mean, he looked great, but I was just like, nah, Doctor Who's better than that.
What kind of things can you do there? Because at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, they have full-size chess game, where they have people as the chess.
Oh yeah, they
pieces.
still do that.
But
Yeah.
at the wench auction, where they're auction guests
Well,
off.
They have a bunch of people who do skits and acting and stuff.
Yeah.
In the New York
And then I
one.
guess the end is the joust. It's like the last act is everything
They
shuts
have
down. and
full-size
they do the
turkey
joust.
legs.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
turkey leg.
that's a
I
classic.
like the leather shops. I like where they're actually
Mm.
crafting leather belts and leather wristbands and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
I
where we got.
like-
That's where we got most of the outfits. Was actually shopping at the rent fair.
I have one picture that I found. And I'm gonna send it to you to Facebook Messenger. I don't know if you can show it.
Sure, of
It's
course.
the one of all of us by the cloisters.
Oh yeah, the
I
classic.
don't know if how you
Yeah,
can.
don't worry, I got it covered. Actually, the picture came
I'm
out
trying to do
small. I don't know why it
research.
came out small. Came out small. I can't make it bigger.
You know what's crazy, Matt? I mentioned turkey leg, and we had that giant lunch. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, there I made
I
a
love
figure.
me some big turkey legs.
It's-
we had
it's-
big turkey
Oh,
leg on
yeah.
the cruise
It's
ship
kinda-
one time.
It's kind of low res, but I'll try to.
They were
put
like,
up.
"Do you want this huge ass turkey leg?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
Hell yeah.
You see it?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
are we looking at here?
That's me over here. That's my twin brother Giles.
Oh,
Hey, Giles.
nice.
How are you?
There's Laura, in the big pretty dress, and my brother Joel next to her.
Laura
Okay.
looking amazing.
Yeah. They
Awesome sauce. That's great.
I don't know if I can put it bigger. Let me see if I can make it bigger. It's just the resolutions drops when you do it bigger.
You know,
Yeah,
I get you.
I'm trying to do it from Facebook. That's why. So it
300.
loses
Oh, you're
the.
just
Yeah.
increasing the
Yeah, it's not. I went as big as I
browser
could go.
size. Yeah.
I went as big as I could go. Yeah, I gotta digitize some of the photos. There's not a lot of them, but there's a few we can show you. Yeah, let me get John back up there.
Hey, Don.
Yeah, let me see. Now you want me? I want to find a photo of me with the stormtrooper there, or you. You don't have Facebook pictures, Laura,
Of what?
of you with the.
Yeah, that's what I
stormtrooper?
was trying to look for. I couldn't find it.
Trying to look for my photos real quick. Sorry, guys. Just give me.
No worries.
There is some gold in here somewhere.
So
We'll be
when
right
I
back.
when I went to go get my corset, they do the whole thing where they tie you in the back, and it's like all the guys are standing there watching as I'm getting pulled real quick, tight, and losing all my fat there. And I said, "What? I got 3 guys watching." I was like, "Oh, remember that?"
Yeah. Sorry.
Suck it in, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't want to eat and you wear that thing, that's the best thing to wear.
Where the hell is the photos? The stormtrooper should stick out, but it doesn't.
You're saying I should be in a corset?
How do you look at all photos?
I think they call it a man girdle.
Mango.
Man girdle. Man corset.
Oh,
Tuesdays.
man. How come it's
Hey,
not
you know,
for...
we
Oh,
put-
videos. Oh, I switched to videos. That's why.
You know what? We put it up not too long ago for May 4th. I know I put mine up. I know you did too.
Yeah. I got a picture with me in the Game of Thrones chair. Picture that.
I'm
Quattro de
losing steam,
Mayo.
folks. I think I'm gonna just be here a little bit longer.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, look at that.
Hot damn.
Game
That's
of Thrones.
awesome.
Yeah, it was some kind of... It was some kind of TV tour we did. Yeah. I don't know where it is. I will find them eventually. But
Yeah.
next week we'll find
That'll
them.
be next week's topic.
Yeah.
We have to find a picture of you with the makeup. I mean, with the green.
Yeah, there's a few. We got a few. We'll find it. That's why I was looking for a project to do on my own for other thing. Maybe we'll start the Stormtrooper. I have to spend a few bucks on all the glue though. I gotta lots of glue.
Lots of adhesive.
glue.
Yeah. Mr. Haas knows something about adhesives.
Let's have a poll
Oh,
of 8
yeah,
different
speaking
adhesives.
of
Which one do you
adhesives.
like the best? I like crazy glue. What about rubber cement?
At 56,000 or whatever it
Contact
is.
cement. I'm gonna be eyeballs deep in contact cement here.
Elmer's
'cause I have
glue.
a project. Yeah, here, look at this project. I'm gonna share.
And we're multiplying again.
I know, here we go.
There we go.
So
let's
I
switch.
put, this is countertop laminate that I put on top of my table. And it's way, way bigger than the table itself.
Is it glued yet?
No, it's not glued yet. So here's the table.
Oh my god.
He has to put that picture.
Yeah, I have better versions of the table. Like, okay,
He's
so
an artiste.
here's the table with the equipment on it.
Yeah, it's not
And
bad that
then,
way.
Yeah, and then I have this white countertop laminate that I need to cut smaller. I need to put contact cement, which is essentially rubber cement, is what JV said. And then you put it on the underside of this and let it dry, and you put it on the tabletop and let it dry, and then you touch the two together, and it insta permabonds forever. It is
Wow.
some nasty
Insta
stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the
So do you-
fumes.
You just router
if
it,
the
router off
fumes-
the extra?
What's that? Yeah,
just
you router
router?
the edges.
Yeah.
Yep, you router the edges, and then I'm gonna treat the ends. I'm gonna put walnut strip there. Yeah,
It's such a picture.
like that.
Make sure to show him that picture at camp.
Yeah.
That's the centerfold
so
picture.
yeah.
Make sure you autograph that for everyone.
Then I tried to.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, there's Danny.
Oh. Yeah.
yeah.
And John. That's me.
Look, see, I was trying to do this cool thing where it comes over,
Viewer discretion is advised.
and then I sit up in lockstep with the camera. It doesn't quite.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite pull it off.
That's 2 sit-ups.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
Let me put the 4 back. There it goes.
That's speaking of glue, that's what I got. I got to glue those two pieces
Yeah.
together and router it off. And
Yeah.
when I router it off, it's gonna make a huge mess.
Yeah.
'Cause that spinning bit throws crap. I'm gonna destroy the room.
You gotta bring that thing outside or into the basement. or
No,
something?
I can't move it.
It's too big.
That table's 200 pounds. It's solid wood.
Oh, you better tape off plastic the room, right? Oh,
Well, I'm gonna put a vacuum hose on the tool to get most
oh,
of it.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I think I'm going to have my brother or someone follow around with another hose at the same time, so I can double hose it instantly while it's firing.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll keep it to a minute. And then I'm going to drop cloth everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It'll still, no matter how hard you try, you can't get it all. You just can't get it all.
Yeah.
And it's
Wow.
very dangerous too, because whoever's following me with the vacuum cleaner can't bump into me, because that blade spinning, luckily it's mostly away from you, but if it were to fall out of my hands and jump
Yeah.
around the room, it'll
Yeah.
tear right through bone. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
stuff.
At least eye protection you need.
Well, that's the minimum, but
Or whole face shield, right?
routers are very dangerous, and they make them so freaking powerful because they don't want them to bog down. Well, that just means nothing's gonna. You could jam a piece of steel in there; it's still gonna spin. Like it will not stop spinning.
Eesh. Yeah,
It's.
you'll get it done.
I almost had a horrible accident using a router that was bolted underside of the table. I don't know if you want to hear about that, but I was.
You
I
already
was
started the
hard-
story.
and-
That's a tease. That's a tease.
all right, I'll tell you. So, for those that don't know, a router is like it's a blade on a little cylinder, and the cylinder turns around with this blade, and
Yeah.
it hogs away material on the edge of stuff. And what they do is sometimes you can put them in a table, and then you can move the workpiece across the blade. And it's a very popular way to edge something, is because it's a little more accurate than taking the tool and moving it along the edge. You take the wood and you move it along the blade. So I was doing that, and I had my headphones in, and I had music playing, and I had 50 of these things to edge, and little 2-foot strips of wood, and I would edge them, and I would walk 2 steps over, and I would put them on the table, and I would turn the thing off. I would edge it, I would turn it off, put it down, and then I would shove the sawdust into the blade where it was sucking it up. But some of the sawdust lands on the table, and I would shove it in. But I would shove it in when it was off. So I would edge off, put it away, shove the wood, turn it back on, and do another one. And I just kept repeating that pattern. And something interrupted that pattern, and I started it back up, and I went to push the sawdust in, and it was still spinning.
Oh, God.
The blade was still spinning, and I caught myself. And you're like,
Yeah,
Matt, can't you hear the tool was on? I'm like, yeah, I can hear the tool was on, but the music was playing, and I had the headphones on. I didn't realize it was still on, even though I could hear it still on. And I was just.
Yeah, you lost your rhythm.
That's the thing in woodworking is you get in the zone, and then your mind starts to wander, and you're just on repeat mode, and then something changes and you don't realize it because you're just in repeat mode, and that's how you get hurt. That's one of the 2 conditions where you can hurt yourself in the wood shop is repetitive, boring, mindless stuff. It's very dangerous. They say be present. It sounds like such a stupid rule. Like, of course I'm going to be present. No, you got to stay focused on what you're doing, and you can't think about the laundry you got to do,
Yeah.
or the next
Phone calls
the next
or
thing you're
anything.
going to do after
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah. I'm glad you're in one
so
piece.
I stopped myself. I was like, whoa, I need to rethink what I'm doing, because that was not smart.
Wow.
I can push my fingers close to the blade when it's off. It's off. You can't
Yeah,
hurt me when it's
yeah.
off.
Sure.
It wasn't off that one time. Only takes once. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You could do it correctly 99 times.
Yeah,
You get
all
hurt
it
the
takes is
100th
one time.
You're still hurt. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter that you did it 99 times perfectly. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
my story.
I found that photo by any chance.
Oh, you
This is
found
one.
it?
Mm,
So that's what I that's what I plan to put together. This outfit.
fabulous.
Yeah. He's about my size too. Well, in the photo, I gained a few pounds since.
Crazy. What did you put on, like a black bodysuit
Huh?
and then put everything on top of it?
Yeah, there's so much stuff underneath you wouldn't understand. I mean, yeah, it's a bodysuit, but I mean, there's all kinds of Velcro and stuff that holds it together, and you got to glue it all together.
I love it.
I got to get the gun separately. The belt I have, the gloves I don't have, but I have the top piece that goes on top of the glove.
Where are you
Wow.
at? Is that the Javits Center?
Yeah, this is a Comic-Con.
At where?
Javits Center. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, that numbering. It looked like Javits Center numbering.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
cool.
It is the Javits Center. Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we went to Comic-Con for 5 years in a row from all the Walking Dead, from the beginning of the Walking Dead back then.
Cool.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
on
yeah.
the side of your belt?
Oh no, which one? the
On your
Stormtrooper
hip.
or me?
No, on your hip.
Oh, that's a phone, man.
Oh, your
The
phone.
big
okay.
phone. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the only photo I have. But yeah, there's more. We'll find them.
That's badass. You
Yeah.
gotta finish it up.
Yeah,
That's
I gotta put it
great.
together.
Oh, Robert Lee says hoping my
It was expensive enough though, without all the extras and stuff. So it's a waste sitting in a box, sitting in two bins.
Robert Lee said on Facebook hoping my wave came through. I don't think so.
Oh, this Reese is on Facebook. Hey, is Giles in the suit? No, Giles is not in the suit. Hey, Reese. Wow.
He's in there?
Yeah, he's in there. Too bad I don't have a 5-way, a 5-sting screen. I got a 6-way. Hey, Reese, you want to come online? I'll give you the link. All you have to do is click on it in your camera. If you have a camera and a microphone, you'll be able to jump on.
What is that?
Well, I think I'm ready to drop. I'm pretty beat. I know Laura's tired too.
Oh, it's nice to see my cousin Reese from Israel. He's a rabbi in Israel.
Hi Reese.
So he's all the way in Israel. I've been wondering how he's been. That's fun. Oh, nice to see
I
you.
put this picture up as a reminder of what tonight is. So there you go.
What is
Hopefully
tonight?
that song plays in your head over and over and over again. It is the 21st night of September.
21st night of September.
It's September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, okay.
Where did
I
you
did not
see,
know.
Reese? He's in Facebook?
He's in
or-
Facebook. Yeah, we're on YouTube also, Reese.
But I
So,
don't see him in Facebook.
well, Facebook is weird like that.
We're on all the
sometimes.
networks.
So we are on. Oh my God, I'm messing up now. That's Laura's channel. So right now we're on youtube.com/@Stuart-Rivera. So if you just look up Stuart Rivera, you'll find 2 separate words, Stuart Rivera. You'll find us on YouTube, and the comments come through clear on YouTube, Reese. It's nice to see you. So you can find us there. If you have a microphone, you're more than welcome to join us. So Matt Haas, I'm sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, no, that was flipping awesome. Yeah, get back into it. I'd love to see that thing finished.
Yeah, because at least I don't have to buy too much. I don't think so. The boots is probably the most expensive thing I gotta buy. I gotta get them sized.
Well, you could do photos from the knees up. You know.
Yeah, there's plenty of work to do without it. There's plenty of work to do without the boots. So yeah. It's just sitting in a box. Yeah.
Well,
I
think
figured
I'm
I should
gonna
everybody the hint.
jump off now.
Yeah, always glad to have you, man.
Thank you.
That's a hint, right? That's either
hint?
place I'm going. So yeah. As far as where I'm
Oh
going.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We won't
Let's see.
identify places, but it's going to be one of those 2 places. So we'll tell you more next week.
Oh, okay. He's in a mystery location,
Well,
yeah?
The
Yeah.
mountain looks like something from Washington, but
5
the
more
other
seconds,
side,
and I'll take it down. 3.
I don't know.
2, 1.
I actually know where he's moving, but
Nope.
I'm trying to guess.
Yeah.
just
Don't
from the photo.
don't ruin it for the home audience.
No, I won't. But
Let me see. I gotta get a
that
copy.
mountain kind of looked like what you see in Washington State.
I pasted the link in Facebook. I don't know if he's gonna come to YouTube.
But you said hi to Robert Lee, right?
Oh, Robert Lee's here too?
He said he waved. I don't know if it came through.
Oh. Hello
Robert
there.
Lee.
Hello
I will
there.
come very close to Robert Lee's house on my trip to Massachusetts in October. That's the
Oh.
thing. One of these the middle of October, I'm not going to be able to make the show because I'll be in Massachusetts.
The nerves of you. No, I'm
I
okay.
know.
You mean I have to be moderated out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I made you moderator for Awesome Wood Things.
Yeah,
You saw
I
that?
came in as my wrench channel, my awesome fun things.
Oh,
I heard a boop.
I heard something a bloop.
Voodoo.
Who are you
Oh,
kicking out?
I better jump off. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out too.
Thanks,
Night.
thanks
Have a
guys,
great
as
night.
usual.
Thanks,
Thanks for
guys.
having
You
me.
both.
Thanks for
We'll have to think
hanging
of
out.
a non-Wi-Fi topic for next week because my Wi-Fi sucks.
Non-Wi-Fi topic. Yeah.
Thank
Sounds
you
like
for
it's
all the
different.
help, you two.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll catch you guys next week.
All right. Night.
we'll
Have a
have
great night.
pictures. We'll have pictures.
Good deal.
I mean, me and Laura are still on for now. So let's see.
I heard
I heard a bloop.
something, man.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not on. Hey Reese, are you still on here by any chance? Or are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube? If you're still here, you can click the link and jump on. Let me put the link in.
I still don't see his name anywhere.
I don't know. I want to tell you. He said his jaw's in the suit. Somebody liked it. Jim Constantinides liked it. He was in there too. Hey Jim. Jim Constantinides is in there too. So we got 2 viewers in there. I don't know if they're still here, but they were. So that was nice to see them, Laura, as usual. And you get to probably end early, because I know you're feeling tired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make sure if anybody was still here. Hope my.
Oh, you can always message him. I
Well,
don't know. I don't know if he's on Facebook Messenger anymore.
I don't know either. But let's see. I'm glad he got to be in there with the suit. I'll give him a minute. Hey Reese, you still out there? Hey Reese. Are you still
I
out
got
there?
one of my my friend Rita, her husband that I always tell you about, where he's the runner.
Yeah.
He said I sent him the link, and he said he was watching. He subscribed, so I don't know if we got a new subscriber. I don't know what his name is.
Probably. I'll check after. That's cool.
So he said it was cool that he was watching.
Yeah. We're almost at a 2-hour mark, which we usually do.
No,
So
true.
if you guys, anybody watching that still don't know who I am, I'm Stuart Rivera. This is Laura Zawinski Rivera, my wife.
Hello.
Hello. We just had our friends Matt Haas on. Matt Haas is with the glasses. And John Vincini. Oh, John Vincini wears glasses too. I forget.
They both.
Yeah,
do
they
it,
both wear glasses. So the brunette,
Mhm.
the brunette is John Vincini. Yeah. And the other one's Matt Haas. 2 very good friends. They usually come on with us on the weekend, on Saturday night, which is the hardest night to do streaming because everybody's busy doing stuff. But I'm glad whoever made it out tonight. That was a lot of fun, and thank you very much. Let's see if Reese is still here.
Hello, Robert Leeds, if you're still there. I don't know if we said hello.
The Insights is not showing anybody here. I guess Reese must have dropped off, but I heard that little blink blink when somebody
That's
missed.
how I do it, right?
Yeah. He probably clicked on it and was like, oh! I scared him. Didn't know that it was gonna go off, you know?
Hmm. Or you said you have to sign up for.
What did Jim? Oh, Jim said something before too. It says Stuart soon. A little short for a stormtrooper. Or maybe Luke's in there. And maybe I'm short for a stormtrooper, maybe he's saying. He says a little short for a stormtrooper, no? Oh, maybe Luke's in there.
No, I see that.
Yeah, that's in Facebook. You don't see any of that?
Nope.
Wow. Yeah. If he's not coming on, I guess I'm going to call it. All right, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a very good night. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. We'll probably be back around with more pictures and fun stuff and more conversation next Saturday at 8:25 EM Eastern. And I hope to see you there.
Nice.
Have a good one. Bye.